My name is John Nott, and I am the lead energy engineer and head of our energy engineering group here at Griffith Engineering. When I started kind of getting into energy engineering when I was probably a couple years out of school, it was part of our company's policy to promote the CEM certification. At that time, our founder pretty much felt like that was a kind of required certification for people doing energy consulting. I think for me it was a realization that for us we do all sorts of things involved with performance contracting, and we support ESCOs and utilities, and that was a particular aspect where we were less, I guess, qualified to do the support at the time. We had been doing a little bit of it and felt like it was beneficial for us to go ahead and get that certification and make sure that we were fully in line with what the industry was doing and practices involved with that. Like I kind of mentioned, we do pretty much everything engineering-wise for performance contracts, and we're a flex resource for a lot of large ESCOs and utilities. So with that in mind, we wanted to kind of round out our offerings for it. So we probably have a pretty, 10 to 20 projects a year we're doing annual M&V on now that we weren't doing before. And that's a little bit of a shift in the industry where more people are willing to outsource M&V to a third-party consultant. But it's also based on our ability to do it. I kind of think even when we're not actually doing the M&V for our clients, having the understanding of what needs to be done and the processes involved with that can help us provide some synergy with what they're doing. So our efforts may be more involved in energy modeling or calculating savings for a particular energy conservation effort. But we can take measurements that before might have been just for our own purposes. Now we have the witnessing, or we're doing the documentation required for M&V so that our client can take those measurements and use them also later on. It also helps mold our approach to certain calculations and energy engineering tasks, knowing that certain things are going to have to be done later. So I think it's given us a better product for our customers. It makes us more valuable to them, and it's given us some additional revenue streams. So all in all, it's been a big positive for us as a company. If you're involved in measurement and verification, either through performance contracting or through like a rebate program with a utility, I think that the M&V process can be a little non-intuitive. It can be, I think it's very important though that the industry stick to particular standards, IP and MVP, and that there's some consistency across the board. So I think with the particular certification, the CMVP, I found it very, very helpful to kind of frame the mental approach you kind of take to it, and getting some of the background really to put together a solid M&V plan and process. If you're really going to be doing that for a utility or an ESCO or a rebate type company, you really need to have it. I think most of them are strongly encouraging it or requiring it if you're in those particular divisions that are doing that work, and I think for good reason. I think it's really the only M&V certification I think out there that's really widely known and respected. So I definitely think if you're going into that kind of field, it's super helpful. And if you're going to do something like we're doing, it's really good to at least understand and know what's going on with M&V, even if you're not going to be the one doing it.